Devante Adams is a New York Jet. It feels like we knew this moment was coming for quite some time now. Aaron Rodgers really wanted his old friend back, this time in New York, and this has major implications for the New York Jets, obviously. They give up a third-round pick, a conditional third-round pick that could turn into a second-round pick, to now create a big three of Aaron Rodgers, Devante Adams, and Garrett Wilson. Also, this opens things up a lot for Breece Hall, and we will talk about that. We'll also talk about Lazard, Garrett Wilson, now their roles in the offense, and even throw it back to 2020 and see one of Devante Adams' best performances. Alright, so as a Garrett Wilson fantasy manager, I was a little upset with this trade because Garrett Wilson now is starting to become that wide receiver one we thought he was going to be with Aaron Rodgers. The connection is growing every single game. Here we got kind of a man look with what's going to be one high safety who's going to drop back here. Damar Hamlin is actually going to end up, they disguise this pretty well, Johnson's going to drop back to this side, you know, kind of the one high over here, and then Damar Hamlin's going to end up guarding Garrett Wilson, right? So this is going to be a nice play fake. I got the pulling guard, so it's kind of an RPO type pass blocking scheme. Conklin's just going to come run an out route. Mike Williams is running a streak. We got a little 10-yard in route here, and then kind of a drag route, kind of a slant here for Garrett Wilson, and it's tough to cover Garrett Wilson on a route like that, especially when you're in man, especially when Damar's got to come up and check him from there when you're switching out of this zone here or into the zone here. I don't know what the communication there is, but this is just pretty easy, right, for Rodgers to get it right across the middle of the field, makes a guy miss, picks up 10 extra yards. Garrett Wilson is really good, guys. Garrett Wilson is really, really good. We'll watch it from this angle here. He's just going to run right across the middle of the field. Rodgers going to find him. Like we said, we got that pass blocking scheme where he's coming all the way across, kind of just to confuse the defense. And he takes, so Conklin takes this linebacker with him. This corner is going on the streak with Mike Williams. And then he kind of bites on the play fake. He also probably has Breece, and sneaking right behind him is Garrett Wilson. Pretty nice play design here. And it's just easy pitch and catch. Nice move, and then he gets, like I said, another 10-15 yards downfield. All right, so this is another play just showcasing Garrett Wilson, how good he really is and how dangerous this Jets offense could be once they get Devante Adams to pair with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and, you know, Allen Lazard. They got Conklin at tight end. Maybe Mike Williams is like wide receiver 4, even though Rodgers doesn't seem to like that Mike Williams right now. But this play here is going to be straight man. The linebackers are going to drop back into coverage, but everybody's pretty much manned up here. And this is just going to be, he's running a little in route. He's going to run a little whip route right about in here. Just kind of sit down, kind of find the open spots. Out route right here. And then Garrett Wilson's going to run a little slant right inside. Breece is just running right to the flat, to the pylon. Pretty simple kind of stick route play design. So as it unfolds here, nobody really gets open. Nobody really wins. Maybe Breece up here, but the linebackers are dropping back. Everybody's in man. It's pretty good coverage overall. And then scramble drill as Rodgers is stepping up into the pocket here. Good protection from the line. As Rodgers steps up into the pocket, this guy's still here. He's now going to be thinking about Rodgers, the linebackers. And then Wilson is just going to sneak in right behind him. It's going to be a beautifully placed ball and great toe drag by Garrett Wilson. I mean, my goodness, that was beautiful. Let's watch this from, they ruled it incomplete on the field. Went back. It was very quickly overturned. Yet Rodgers going to step up in the pocket. That's such a tough throw. Almost no look to Garrett Wilson. At the very last second, he comes back to it. Garrett Wilson, kid's a stud. All right, so bringing in Devante Adams will have a lot of impacts. One, it should free up Breece Hall more in the run game. This play right here is a good example, right? So they're going to run to the right, and I think this is Teron Johnson, who had a heck of a game last night, just runs right through. Untouched, disrupting the play. 78's reaching. Another guy gets, this is pretty much a jailbreak. Basically everybody on the defensive line wins, except for the guy up here. Basically everybody, and this ends up being like a 2-3 yard gain by Breece. Breece makes this a 2 or 3 yard gain. It really shouldn't have been, because as you can see, Johnson's coming on a blitz right down the middle. They get pressure here. They get pressure here. They get pressure from pretty much everywhere. And as Breece is trying to string this out, it just doesn't work. It's absolutely blown up in the backfield. He still gets positive yardage out of it, but this is what Devante Adams should bring. You can't stack the boxes anymore. Maybe they were a little predictable here on first down going with the run, but Garrett Wilson, the tight end, do a decent job blocking, but this just got blew up from the beginning. 2-3 yards, though, not the worst thing in the world. But still, like I said, my point there, Devante Adams should open up the box a little bit more because maybe you only see 6 guys in the box now because having to pay so much attention to Adams, you got to have a guy over the top here on Adams, and then you got Garrett Wilson up top. You also have to pay a lot of attention to. This pass defense or pass offense should be very dangerous now with Devante Adams. All right, now we're going to flash it back to the night that Rodgers and Adams went crazy. Davante had 11 catches, 142 yards, and 3 touchdowns in this snowy game against the Titans. First play, just a really simple screen pass, and he just gets to the outside in the snow. We'll kind of accredit that to the snow, but tutty. And then this is the specialty right here on the goal line between these two. This is what they were so good at in Green Bay. Just a little fade route, right to the back pylon. Rodgers going to drop back. This is pretty much his only read on this play. Cobb's just going to it's kind of an RPO too. It looks like the run blocking, then he comes down for the run block as well, but just over the top for the touchdown. Pretty easy. A lot of snow this game. Here's the route running once again. One of the best route runners in the NFL, even in the snow. That's pretty easy. All right, so here we go. This is going to be play action, right? So linebackers are going to get sucked in by the play action. This is going to be man-to-man across the board. One high safety back here. You can't see him. He's not on the screen right now. We don't have all 22 for YouTube, unfortunately. But they're going to send a man in motion right here across the formation, and then it's just going to be kind of post routes. Davante's going to come up and then across, pretty much crossers, play action crossers. I run this play a lot in Madden, believe it or not. So sends the guy in motion, play fake, and then Davante's just going to win on the route. That's nice and easy, 20-25 yard gain, pitch and catch right there. All right, now once again, play action. Kind of a later developing route. It looks like Davante's supposed to be running a post, and then he brings it back this way with the scramble drill. We'll watch it here. Play fake. Really, that's the only route run on this play. You got kind of some late ones here. The tight end going to the goal line, and then this guy out in the flat. But other than that, it really looks like it's only Davante. And then you hit play again, and he's just randomly wide open in the end zone. Nobody even near him for the touchdown. And then once again, they get this play action again. It's kind of 2 play fakes because both running backs come across the formation here, but it's just going to be a little 10-yard post route, and he's going to be wide open. The linebackers once again are going to bite in on the fake, and just it's pretty easy. This is about as easy as it gets in the NFL. Pitch and catch across the middle of the field. All right, and then finally, I didn't highlight all of his plays, but this looks like kind of man coverage across the board. They got 4 here, one safety high, everybody else in the box. A lot of one high looks in this game from Tennessee, and Rodgers and Adams exploited this. He's just going to run a little whip route here, and it's going to be an easy first down. He can't really be guarded in single coverage, at least in 2020. Now, I know it's 4 years later. I know he's not quite the receiver he was